Taking fire prevention seriously, the professional firefighters of Wisconsin hosted their annual award show today at the Overture in Madison. It recognized individuals from across the state who helped support fire safety. WMTV's Marcus Arsvold talked to a recipient who was recognized for his work on putting on fire demonstrations.
Jason Schmidt works in Cottage Grove for Paul Davis Restoration of South Central Wisconsin. He won the Sprinkler Advocacy Award. Schmidt works with fire departments across southern Wisconsin to present actual fire scenarios to communities and show them just how dangerous it can be when a fire spreads across a home. Schmidt says these demos show how effective sprinklers are, how important it is to have working smoke detectors, and he has burn survivors share their stories as well.
Once you've seen the direct repercussion of a fire and the damage it causes to personal property, the damage that it causes, the effects that it has on people long term, you want to do everything in your power to prevent that damage.
Schmidt appreciates the award but says stopping fires from happening or worsening is the true reward. Live in the studio, Marcus Arsvold, WMTV 15 News.